We begin in the Middle East, where Israeli Minister Benny Gantz has resigned from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's war cabinet. Now, this comes a month after Gantz threatened to leave the emergency government if Netanyahu failed to present a post-war plan for the Gaza Strip.
Regrettably, Netanyahu is preventing us from advancing toward true victory, which is the justification for the ongoing and painful cost. That is why we are leaving the emergency government today, with a heavy heart but with full confidence.
Now, before the resignation, Netanyahu told Gantz that this was not the time to abandon the battlefront. But Gantz, who is a retired Army general, former defense minister, and former deputy prime minister, has accused Netanyahu of mismanaging the war effort and putting his own political survival over Israel's security needs.
Fatal strategic decisions are met with rejection and postponement due to political considerations. Honestly, going into government was a simple decision. Leaving when our kidnapped are in the Hamas tunnels when the residents of the north are far from their homes, thousands of fighters on the front, is a complex and agonizing decision.
Now, Gantz's party was the only centrist power in Netanyahu's far-right coalition. However, his departure does not pose an immediate threat to Netanyahu, who still controls a majority coalition in parliament. The Israeli prime minister will, in fact, become more heavily reliant on far-right allies who want to press ahead with the war and oppose the latest ceasefire proposal backed by the United States. Now, Gantz delayed his resignation speech after 4 Israeli hostages were rescued from Gaza on Saturday in Israel's largest operation to date during the 8 months of war. Gaza health officials said at least 274 Palestinians were killed and around 700 were injured in the assault. Meanwhile, putting more pressure on Netanyahu, Gantz has called for early elections in Israel. Gantz also encouraged the third member of Netanyahu's war cabinet, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, to do the right thing and resign from the government. Now, Gallant has previously said he would resign from the cabinet if Israel chose to reoccupy Gaza. Now, with 1 out of the 3 war cabinet ministers resigning, the Israeli prime minister becomes more isolated than ever as calls grow for a change in leadership. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison LaGrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections, to climate change, to innovations, and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.